What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Travis Ollie here. GT3 race around Spa, always a good one. Put in a decent lap. I'm really struggling to get good speed around Spa in the GT3 races. Just always. When that come up like a few months ago at this point, and I drove in it, I think I nearly won a race, and then I made a mistake in the bus stop chicane and went straight on. And you know, it's just lots of distractions, especially when you got ADHD. So, you know, we'll see how we go around here today. We're in the Mercedes-AMG GT3 car 2016 version. I much prefer that one over the new one. I just at the moment doesn't feel like they got it quite right. Into turn one, trying to keep it really safe, to be honest. Bit of carnage, people going overshooting the corner, and then behind me looked like a guy very much overshot the corner. Easy to do. Into the chicane, lots of people getting half-second penalties, and I got caught out by that and actually did manage to catch the car. And unfortunately, that's going to put us a decent way back. Someone else in the barriers over to your left-hand side there before. I'll look back. 3-second gap front, 3-second gap or behind. Has come down a bit. And the gap is dramatically coming down behind on this opening lap here. That is certainly an understatement, as the gap, I settled itself down now, but I'm certainly struggling to find speed, some good race pace around Spa in the GT3 cars. GT3 cars are my favorite cars to drive in Gran Turismo, but I just can't seem to find the pace. One lap pace and race pace, just, yeah, not good. So I watched some live streams, I've watched some videos from people who are same rated as me. Now that guy just got disconnected. I really don't know what happened there. But that puts us back up in P6, so we can obviously just see if we can hold the position. But with the amount of race pace, which is pretty much none, that I'm getting at the moment, yeah, not good. Overshooting the corner, getting ghosted, really don't know if that's a bug or... Yeah, anyway. So I've watched some live streams, I've watched some videos of some people doing this specific race we're doing here. Let's see if we can take the chicane a bit better. We do take it a bit better, but it looks like very smooth, very smooth. Lots of live streams and videos, and it appears that if you just keep your race really clean, really clinical, the front runners generally get up to a minute penalties. Now, I actually don't know what the penalties are for. Haven't really gone that far forwards. So, yeah, that's my head going into this race. Just want to do one race. Just wanted to edit the video and get one out today. And I'm really enjoying it. So we're going to do one race and just see how we go. And I think it was a good one. Because, yeah, if I just keep consistent race pace from what I feel I can do, not make any errors, just keep it really clean, I feel like I could definitely get some good results and maybe a top 5 finish if we're lucky. But, yeah, I'm going to keep doing some more of these races while it's here. The daily races should come out either today or tomorrow. Which means I've done every single daily race and made it into a video this week, and I plan to do that next week as well. So we got lots here. Now the gap, half a second behind. I tend to really struggle with pressure, so that's pretty much what's happening here. I know he's going to make a move, and I kind of just want to get out of his way and not fight it too much. Now, it does turn out that I do seem to gain about 2/10 on him here. Straight line speed of the Merc, very good. Good car, one of my favourite cars in the entire game. Actually, is my favourite car in the entire game. Absolutely adore this car. And I'm going to leave the inside open for a bit. And then I actually nearly overshoot the corner, expecting to leave him a lot of room and expect him to go alongside me. But I actually end up getting a bit more of a gap on him. But unfortunately on the exit, once again, I made that mistake of just leaving the door there for him to come down the inside. And yeah, that compromised my corner when I could have just taken the corner as normal. Now, learning from the last corner, I'm going to take turn 1 as normal, not leaving any gap for him, because I'm wishing and I'm hoping that the guys behind start battling and I can get a bit of a gap out in front. And it does seem like that's happening, although they are following very close behind. Now, there was a bug. I don't know if it's a bug or just a bunch of people leaving. Lots of people do leave throughout the race. You may see that pop up throughout this video. But yeah, don't really know what to say. Now, once again, leave the inside, and he makes a move down the inside. Now, I actually do make a bit of contact, which was accidental, and I felt bad. So I just actually backed off a little bit and left him a bit of room. Yes, that does not look deliberate, but I did actually back off and just lift for a fraction of a second longer just to give him a bit of room. I felt bad for the bump and try to keep it really clean. And this guy, he probably was a bit quicker. He probably felt a bit more comfortable with the car he was driving, which is around this track as well. I'm really trying to choose the right points to where I can use more of the track and where I can pick my braking point and brake later and hit the apex early. And I'm really struggling to turn the car into the corner. Sometimes a bit of understeer and a lot of understeer, and maybe I turn in a bit late, a bit early. It just struggling to get it right. And it's been a long time since I've been on the sim properly, but now I'm obviously making videos and I'm really enjoying it. So probably the happiest I've ever been making videos right now, guys. So yeah, I am aware that there's a gap behind, but unfortunately we make a bit of an error. I managed to catch the car and we don't have a spin, but the gap seems to go out a lot more than what it was even before I made the mistake. So, we might as well feel comfortable. Towards the end of the lap, we actually just go 1 or maybe 2.5 pixels over, and we managed to get ourselves a half a second penalty. I didn't even know you could actually get yourself a penalty there. Now, I was really just confused, trying to work it out in my brain, ADHD brain. Fortunately, just lose concentration and make a mistake and even lose the rear and the exit of the corner. And this allows this Porsche driver, I believe, to get a bit of a run on me. Now, I decided I'm going to take the corner as normal, not leave any room. I wouldn't expect him to make a lunge. And honestly, that corner felt pretty stiff. Not great. A bit of tire dig already. Now, I haven't actually really gotten used to driving much of this car. Now, this guy's actually going alongside me here. Very interesting. Now, I drive this car a lot. This is the car that I feel the most comfortable with and have the most success with. But it's certainly not the best GT3 car. It lacks in straight line speed. And sometimes corner exit speed as well. Very slow car out of the corner. And yeah, we're not really going to fight it. We're just going to kind of let him through. Now, fortunately, I had a 3-second gap before I got the penalty, and then I screwed up bus stop chicane. So that was just really annoying. Now, this guy goes wide, and I'm going to see if I can make a bit of a move on him there, but I'm actually just going to give him a little bit of room. Considering I got the penalty, I do obviously want to stick with him, but I've just noticed at the moment Gran Turismo feels like it's getting quite dirty. There's a lot of drivers doing some really dirty things, and I just want clean racing. So if I give these drivers respect, they should give it back to me, and that's what we're just trying to do here. I just can't believe we got that penalty, to be honest. That's just, yeah, I don't really know how you can get a penalty there. Obviously, we probably did gain a bit of an advantage from it, but it was like half a pixel, 2.5 pixels. Now, guys, if you can't tell, I'm a big fan of Super GT. So, obviously, the inspiration for my videos comes from Super GT, and I'm not going to deny it. Obviously, I shouldn't deny it. I really love watching Steve videos. Go down a gear, up a gear, and that penalty, unfortunately, did really have a pretty big impact. Obviously, you come into a fast straight, so it's like one of the most annoying spots for a penalty. Lap 5. This is actually my quickest lap the entire race, and I didn't realize this, but I didn't really show too much of the lap. That was probably one of the best chicanes. Now, I will notice something. The guy behind was a 36-second gap, and now that gap is coming down. And this is probably at the point where I'm like, okay, that 5 out of 8, I feel very comfortable to just make sure I get the corners right. And then as I look at the gap, I lose concentration and make a little error. So feeling really rickety. Now, the car just feels like it's understeering. It feels like tire deg. Just a little bit of deg was really messing with me. I haven't really... I'm still learning. I haven't even driven a real car, so I suppose that there's just a whole bunch of things that really come to my disadvantage when I'm racing online. To do well, it feels very good when you do well. But unfortunately, this little bit of tire deg really was just affecting understeer. This car's exit speed, as I was saying, I really struggle with it to get the power down. And you really do need to get the power down early, but also sometimes you lose the rear. Now that gap is coming down a lot more. It was 15 seconds, and now we're on obviously just a little bit later in the lap here, and it's 11 seconds. So that is just, yeah, not good, to say the least. Just not good at this point. Now, guys, I'll say it again. We're in lap 6. We're in lap 6 now, by the way. Just picked it up. And a 1.5 second gap, and it's coming down, honestly, to under a second into the bus stop chicane. So you guys, I know where I'm losing time, I know where I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing. In my strategy, it was just to keep it really clean and hope that the guys in front had the penalties like it's just been happening in this daily race. One of my favourite combinations, but I have been struggling, that's for sure. Braking just before the 50 meter board. Probably could have braked a little. Nah, it's pretty perfect. Okay. That was actually probably the best turn one the entire race I've done. The entire race. So we're in a bit of a battle behind. Now, guys, no game audio once again. I'm sorry. I really just don't think I can get it back at this point. I'd like to, but it's just not looking too good for me. It's a bit capture card's a bit broken. Anyway, Eau Rouge. I really struggled through Eau Rouge. Can't work out where to. Oh, yeah. That's so dangerous. Okay. That was really clever. So I was just going to try and cover him off, do a bit of swerving, and unfortunately, he seemed to have the better straight line speed, the better exit out of Eau Rouge and Radion. And I, unfortunately, tried and send it down the inside, and this was not my intentions. He tries to cut across back at me, and at this point, I'm just like, okay, that's not how I drive. And sure, we're getting a bit of a gap on him, but I'm just going to brake here, and I'm going to let him through to be the nice guy that I feel the Gran Turismo community should be. This should be what it's more about. You push someone off, you make contact, and it gives you a benefit and disbenefits them. I feel like you should let them through, and make sure to share this YouTube short with a friend, as it's a full video. Make sure to watch it. It's the pinned comment. And guys, this is obviously all in the full video as well. So we come round to start the final lap in the bus stop chicane. Feel like the bus stop chicane is probably one of my weakest corners. Eau Rouge is the weakest corner for me. But unfortunately, yeah, just not finding time. Now you look at my consistent times, so I'm on 2:39, 2:30, 22, 2:34, 2:33. There's like seconds in between them. They're not consistent lap times. Now I used to be able to do really consistent lap times, but when you spend about 4 or 5 months off the sim, because I'll show you guys in an upcoming video on why we have taken this longer break from sim racing, and now I'm just loving it. I seem to have I'm still a bit rusty. I'm still blowing off a bit of rust as we're here going to go around the entire track for the final lap, because I don't really know what else to do in this video. One race, one video, and I don't know, we'll just aim for a 2:31.9 quickest lap time, lap 5. And honestly, the quickest laps are 2:23, so we're about 8 seconds off the leader, if my math is correct. 9 seconds off. No, about 6 seconds off. And I know where I can build 6 seconds from. I just don't think that's in my talent at the moment, if that makes sense at all. Any sense. If there's any sense made, let me know in the comment section below. Miami video coming out today, guys. I'll do a Miami race video, and then I'll go to bed, and I'm going to get up early to watch Miami race today, or tomorrow morning. Yeah. Yeah, this lap really, once again, just about trying to keep it really clean, braking just after the 50 meter board into this long left-hander, which I actually missed the apex for, which I miss a lot of apexes. And yeah, unfortunately, I feel like I obviously degraded this race. I got a good finish, probably the best finish I have the entire race, as the leaders just finished. Probably the best race I've raced finish-wise. But yeah, I haven't been able to just... it's very frustrating when you're trying to possibly go pro one day in Gran Turismo, or just esports, or F1 esports, or whatever it is. You do expect a lot on yourself. As P5 finishes, so we're looking at probably about P8 or P7, considering where our lap times are, to be honest with you. So, at this point, just finished the lap, finished the race, finished the first GT3 race since I've been on the sim. And yeah, I don't really know what to tell you. Down the gears, into third, into second. I generally like to exit in first, to be honest, but I will exit in second. And yeah, there it is. It's going to be old man, who's driving like an old man, finishes nearly 40 seconds behind me. And then look what happens. We finish P5. P5, and I'm so happy with myself. It makes me very happy to see that we managed to get P5. Now, just what I was saying. Make sure you have a good, clean race, and maybe you get lots and gain a lot of positions. And that's what my strategy was. And it proves you had a good, clean race, just good, consistent lap times, which we didn't do. You can achieve greatness. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Come back with stuff for more. I'll see you then. Goodbye.